Welcome to the Unaffiliated Creatives Podcast, a show where independent artists can learn from other independent artists. My name is kaeveryday, and each week I will be speaking with some of the most creative minds in the indie music space, trying to figure out what they have learned while navigating through the music industry without the support of major record labels. This podcast is brought to you by the good people over at King Neppy Studios and powered by Red Weasel Media. Thanks for tuning in to the Unaffiliated Creators Podcast. I'm your host, kaeveryday. This is the Indie Artist Safe Place, so take off your shoes, get comfortable, and stay a while. Do us a favor and please rate the show. And if you have any feedback for us, please email us at unaffiliatedcreators@gmail.com. The snippet you heard playing was a song titled Anniversary by indie artist Henry IV. Now that everybody has taken off their shoes and gotten comfortable, Henry, what you been up to?
Really trying to grind. I'm out here working on my project, working on a few projects and everything. I do music, I direct, I do acting and modeling. So I'm really into everything right now. I'm trying to keep the balance, stay focused, but I'm really just trying to get to where I know I'm supposed to be. So.
Also, you the jack of all trades. You just kind of do it all.
Yeah.
Huh?
Yeah, for sure, bro. I feel like I learned a long time ago, like that I had multiple talents. You know what I mean? I knew I had it, where you know you have it, but you kind of, goof around and play with it. But I started to do a little bit more dabbling with people who love to, do their creation and do their type of art and stuff. So it came together and I'm like, yeah, I want to do everything now. Like I love it, man. It keeps me humble.
All right, so from watching the previous interview of yours, I heard you say that your stage name is Henry IV, but It looks like Roman numerals. So can you explain why you chose to do your stage name like that and what's the meaning behind it?
So it's my actual name. So Henry is my middle name. And my full name, it sounds kind of like royalty. I won't put it out there right now yet, but it sounds kind of like royalty. But Henry is my middle name, and so I'm the fourth generation of that name. So it's like Henry the fourth, just kind of like the kings. So I wanted to kind of do that, and that's a tradition I plan to carry on and something like that. I think it's cool, but that's something I just kind of always stuck with me. Like I love my name. I love that lineage that it has.
Okay. So really it's Henry the Fourth, but in the interview, I guess you was explaining to the guy that when people said you wanted to be pronounced Henry IV.
Yeah.
Gotcha. Okay. So by looking at your bio pic, I can tell that you have tattoos. The question I have for you is there any tattoo that you regret getting?
Oh.
Okay. So all the tattoos you have significant meaning, and there's none that you've ever gotten that you wish you wouldn't have got?
I spent time in the Navy. I spent like 4 years in the Navy, right? I just did one stint. And it was just like, it was one time where I knew I was about to get a tattoo. That same tattoo you talk about, I was so close to getting it. And it was crazy because something happened that same night with one of my friends, and he ended up getting one. So, but long story short, I avoided that moment. I was so close, but I definitely avoided that moment. But all these tattoos that I have are significant. Like this one on this arm is an IV bag, and it's plugged into me with an aux cable. So, because I gotta survive off of music. Like otherwise, I'm not gonna make it. So that's the most significant one to me. And I also just put an IV over there. So it's kind of more like that. That's kind of what the IV strong meaning comes from for that. And then everything else is music. Music in my DNA, and I fitted it into each strand of my DNA. So kind of like that. Yeah, I'm in love with it. I'm in love with it.
Hey, I got you.
So yeah.
So I see that you're from Virginia Beach, and like you just shared with the audience, you spent some time in the Navy. So let me first say thanks for your service.
Oh, yes, sir.
But my question is, did you end up in the 757 area because of the military, or have you always been from Virginia Beach?
I was born in Chesapeake. I stayed in Virginia Beach. I stayed in College Park, Virginia Beach, the Villages, the Ville, whatever. Yeah, so I'm from there, and I don't know, growing up, it was a dope place because it was a little gritty. It was super gritty, but then on the other side, it was like uptown. You know what I mean? So it felt like a balance, and I always portray my music like that. You know what I mean? Like there's a lot of grit to me, and then there's a lot of I was at church every Sunday, but then you know. Sometimes on the weekends before that Saturday before it won't, so you know what I'm saying, so it's always been like that in my life. So that's a place where I come from. But I spent time in the Navy, and I've been around some different places and stuff. So, but I
Okay.
did actually do a tour to where I had to come here to go on the ship to go out. So that was when I was in the squadron. So yeah.
So we kind of have a similar background. I mean, I was never in the military, but I'm actually from Chesapeake too. I graduated from Deep Creek High School, but I
Yeah,
now currently live in Virginia
that's dope.
Beach. So we kind of share a similar background.
That's dope. What part of Virginia Beach you live in?
Hold on, I didn't quite hear you. Say it again.
I was saying, what part of Virginia Beach do you live in? Like you like town center area?
Nah, I'm in the Ocean Lakes area, man.
Tough. Okay, I got you. I know where that is.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what's up.
Go Dolphins, right?
Yeah, I like that. Man, my cousin played over there. Played in high school.
Let me ask you this question. Do you feel that being in the military has helped you out with things that you might face in the music industry or being a music artist, like with being disciplined and things like that?
Yeah, for sure. It did give me a sense of clarity of how I deal with different personalities. I think that was my biggest thing. Like, there's an innate amount of personalities in the Navy. Like when you see people, when you meet people, and you don't really house a lot of it, like a lot of the reasons why you understand it. But then when you start to, it's kind of like it gives you a perspective of like, damn, I got to start, looking at it from other people. Like I can see two different perspectives instead of just worrying about or seeing my own and then trying to base every situation or every time I react is off of something. Like that was my biggest takeaway from being in the Navy. It helped me patience. It gave me a lot more patience because it's a lot of times where they test you. You know what I'm saying? And like I said, I'm still a man of my faith, but it's rough. That's rough, bro. There's a lot of different mixes, a lot of different clashes of personalities. So yeah, definitely a plus.
So I ran across some videos of you performing on stage at various venues. Can you talk to us about your experiences when it comes to performing live? Things like, getting a reaction from the crowd, the energy from the crowd, and getting to meet other artists and things like that.
Oh man. Number one, I love meeting other artists. I love seeing I just love seeing the talent, especially coming out of Virginia. Like Virginia is very hard to do anything out of. Like I can't even just say music. Virginia is a very hard place for. I say, like, for me, it feels like as a black man, like it feels like it's hard to do anything out of Virginia because it's just the way it's built. It's not even like a super racial thing. It's just the way it's built for anybody. So I mean, I see my homeboy. You know what I'm saying? I see it on all levels. Like, so to me, it feels like it's hard, but there's ways to do it, and then it's also about. To me, it's about leaving, coming back, and making sure that you keep your roots, because most of the time when I see Virginia artists leave, they don't keep their like roots, and they don't understand like where their roots are. And it's okay. Like I want to go to Cali. Like I've been to around the world, so I it's easy for me to go to different places and be like, okay, I feel at home. I can make myself comfortable in a foreign place. It's not hard for me now. Navy advantage. But that's something I don't take lightly at all.
All right. So as a music artist being from Virginia Beach, how do you feel about something in the water basically being in our backyard?
Oh man, I'm glad it's back, bro. That's dope, man. I would love to. I'm loving to do anything. I don't even care if it's performing. Like at least for the first year that it's back, because I went to the very first one. I was there Friday. I was stuck at I don't know if it was called Paradise. It's one of the hotels. We were stuck there. It was pouring out, raining, smacking us, and we were like, "What? There's no way that this happened on." I was like, "Come on, man!" Like, I thought God overruled over that, but I was like, you know what? we didn't miss, like, it wasn't terrible because that Saturday and that Sunday was so powerful and everybody was just like, something might have happened on Friday. So there's a reason why that storm came through and wiped all that bull, away. And it was like, I know y'all want Friday, but nah, cool. Let me wash that out. And so y'all can understand, because I know y'all was about to get rowdy. I know y'all was gonna be too hyped. Settle down, enjoy yourself. But something in the water, I'm happy that it's back. I feel like how I feel about it being in my backyard is like, it's my front yard. You know what I mean? Like, that's my front yard, man, because I'm from here. So to have something like that is a blessing, bro. It's a blessing right now. You know what I mean? Like, I feel like any artist or any creator should take a full advantage of whatever they have to offer. Because I know this year I'm going to do everything in my power to do that same thing. So.
All right.
Yes, sir.
I'm gonna put you on the hot seat a little bit. So give me your top 5 music artists / producers. So it can be a combination of the both from VA, and you can give them to me in any order.
Top five. I love Alexander Faye, and I'm not just saying that because he's my brother. The dude is nice. I love Alexander Faye. I'm not gonna lie. Marv P is a top 5. Rob J is a top 5. Shout out Rob J. That's my dude too. I have females. Paige Joyner. I love her voice. I love her aesthetic. She's dope. Producers. I'm gonna say Calvin Mirage. He works with a lot with Marv P too. A lot of artists around here. He's a dope producer. I think that was it. Is that 5? 4?
It was either 4 or 5, but you actually got me feeling bad a little bit because I got people that I would say top 5, but my list is the obvious ones, and you definitely didn't give us the obvious ones, and it's cool. So I was just thinking, of course, Pharrell, Timberland, Missy,
local artists that I don't even know. It's the people like I'm connected to. So
I get it.
Yeah, that's dope.
Yeah, I was just say,
if I say top industry, if we say top major artists, this is what I'll question. We going from, I'm gonna say Timmy first though, because Timberland is crazy. Like, to me, it's crazy to me. Tim, Missy, Pharrell, Push is just up there. Push is always gonna be up there. Let me think. Young Crazy is dope too. I haven't listened to Young Crazy in a while, but I still listened to a song last October. I don't know if he dropped it in last October. I heard a song. I was in the car with my brother, and Young Crazy dope. I like Young Crazy. Like, he doesn't care. Like, you know what I mean? He gonna make the music. He gonna make it hard. He gonna make it passionate, and he gonna do his thing. And he don't care. I like that. I like that too.
Okay, so my list now that we kind of got it all shaken out, kind of the same. So I had Pharrell, Timberland, Missy, Chris Brown, and I know a lot of people forgot about him, but D'Angelo.
I'm thinking D'Angelo too. I like D'Angelo though.
Yeah,
like he made some records. He made some crazy records.
And now that you brought up Young Crazy, so actually I got introduced to his music through my oldest son. I never forget my son when he was playing 7-on-7. Him and all his other little, the other little dudes on the football team. We was traveling all the way to like Atlanta, and I think one of his albums had just dropped. And I swear the whole ride to Atlanta and back, that's all they was playing was Young Crazy. I was like, I think this was the album that had the song "Pocket Rocket Rocket."
Hey man, the boy, man, that dude, his energy though, like he's magnetic. Like his energy is magnetic. He holds something. You know what I mean? That's dope.
Somebody get Young Crazy on the phone. Tell him, man, we got to get him on the podcast, man. But anyway, Let me ask you this question. If you could work with any music producer, it could be somebody that's already in the industry or somebody that is not really known, who would you pick and why?
It's Timberland because our my sound and what I used to hear from when he used to make music. Cause I'm more of a singer, so it's Justin T. You know what I mean? And then it's all the stuff he made with like Drake early. Like I was with the wave with like when it came to that, I was like, damn, ain't no vocalist like that, you know. So I was like, when Drake came with Timberland, I was like, it's something. But now where I'm at now, it's like my mind is in create mode and it's crazy. So if I could work with Tim right now, boy, man, that would be dope, bro.
So how would you define your music style?
I call it gritty pop, like gritty, like grit, Gritty pop. Everybody knows the popular is. So yeah, it's like how, like I said, where I come from, like College Park is gritty, but there's a little uptown to it. You know what I'm saying? When it's time to, like, it's a lot of crazy stuff that goes on there, but we know how to throw events and we know how to go to the pool, you know what I'm saying, and hang out. Like we know what to do, you know what I'm saying? It's still a community and it's always been in the cut and thrive. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like it just kind of does its own thing. It feels like Wakanda. Like I not like that, but you know what I mean? It's kind of it does its own thing. And it's like I feel like if I could use that style comes from that. You know what I mean?
I appreciate you spelling the word because when people just listen to what you said, they probably thought you was talking about the dance.
The dance gritty.
Yeah, so
I be hitting that
I
thing though.
appreciate you spelling the word out.
I be hitting it though. But yeah, for sure.
All right, so I had to ask you this too because when I listened to your song and you just kind of explained it, I could tell that you're more of a singer, but you kind of got that, singing, but it kind of got a flow to it. So I was just gonna ask you, give me your top 5 singer/rappers of all time, and you can put them in any order.
It's a lot of sharing for me with Drake. It's the most aesthetic because he knows how to do both. He knows how to do it. Like he one up a notch more than the other, but he maxes out every time. So Drizzy, and then I hope I can call him Drizzy. That's okay. And then I want to say Trey Songz because to me Trey Songz can spit. Like he can actually, to me, like I was listening to like what was it? I was listening to that his mixtapes back in the day, bro. I was listening to Trey Songz mixtapes and he would start off and he's just calm, cool, chilling, like, and start spitting. I'm like, bro, he could do so. He could do something. I like that. So Trey Songz is definitely one. Drake. Wow, duos, man. What is it? What is it classified now?
So
Like,
I'm not looking necessarily for duos. I'm like talking about, people, this like this style where it's like they singing, kind of rapping. It's like you singing, but it kind of has a flow to it, so it kind of sounds like rap.
I like Will I Am. Like I like Black Eyed Peas. I like Will I Am. I like that whole thing. Boom, boom, boom. Like I liked all of that. You know what I'm saying? It was always, to me, it was always like it swapped so much. Like, you know what I mean? You always gonna be able to sing, and then you can kind of, most of the time you're gonna get, what Apple Day app, you go get like the more of the rap. So it's that mixture, you know what I'm saying? So I like that too. And they put them in a Sims game at one point too. So I was like, that's kind of dope. I was like, they did the whole soundtrack. I'm like, yeah. But that's legendary to me. But yeah, I say Black Eyed Peas as a whole, but Will I Am for more because his what he can do.
All right. So I'm gonna give everybody a quick fun fact since you brought up Trey Songz. He's also from VA.
Yes, sir.
And I don't know if you know this or not, but Trey Songz, before he got signed, he actually was
a
trying
rapper.
to be a rapper first.
Yeah, I know. I saw an old video of that too. He was like spit. I was like, what?
Yeah.
I found out like later on. And that's cool.
So my list, of course, I had Drake on there.
Yeah, of course.
Bryson Tiller, Tory Lanez, Ty Dolla $ign, and Travis Scott.
I like Travis Scott. Yeah, I like Travis Scott. Ty Dolla's TC, Free TC that is the most clutch album. Like I've heard, it was in a great time for me too. Like I heard Free TC in a great time in my life, and I thank you so much, Ty Dolla, for that one. Thank you so much. Yeah, I like that list. That's cool.
Well, when I heard your song, that's kind of the vibe it gave me. So I was like, well, let me ask him who he feel are like the best ones in the game that kind of do that.
It's so crazy because I got more coming too. You know what I mean? Like, so it's gonna keep going. I have so many different things in my head. I gotta let them out. You know what I mean? And now it's the time where I'm actually being able to like create and do more of what I need to do. And it's been a blessing, bro. I don't know how else to say it. It's been nice. It's been great.
All right. So could you see yourself being a music artist for the rest of your life, or at some point would you want to transition into something else?
Oh yeah, for sure. I feel like my multi-talented, the jack of all trades kind of thing. It's like I know they say you won't be a master of none, but I feel like that's based off of if I try to master one at a time while doing other ones. You know what I mean? Like you still got side quests, but I want to master one, like, so music, and I feel like I'm not mastering it, but I'm getting to a mastery level of it. And then I'm just like, okay, cool, I'm good right there. I put more into another phase of my talent, my creative genius, you know what I mean? So that's what I want to do for sure. So I do want to branch off. I'd really love directing. That's like my number one thing. I want to direct film, movies, videos. I started with videos. I did a couple videos. I have some in the vault. They're a little older, but I'm really into that. So, and I'm working with a director right now to try to hone my skills and stuff too. So it's dope. Yeah.
Let me ask you this question. So talk to us about what happened, if it's not too personal, what happened in your personal life that inspired you to write the song Anniversary?
Actually, I'm so sorry. I sent that file, and that was it was the same song, but it's actually called Momentum. So that song's called Momentum. So it was like it's about situations, you get into, and they're like back and forth. But long story short, it was a female. I feel like it was with me and a female. But the thing is, it wasn't never terrible. You know what I mean? That's why the song is like that. It's like, it kind of ends off like, I don't need your number. I don't need your name. Like, I don't need anything from you this time around. Like, it's almost like we're both comfortable where we are. And this time around, it is what it is. But we can still have fun. We can still do some stuff, you know what I'm saying? But I'm not going to be waiting on you no more. And it was just a time in my life where, like, I was just like going through that, you know what I mean? And I was just like, I love you not. I love you not. And it was like picking the pedals off. It was just like, man, what am I doing? Like, what am I doing? And it was like, I couldn't get out of it because it was just back and forth momentum. And I like the momentum get to me, from me to her, and then her back to me. And it was reckless. So yeah.
It was coming through in the lyrics of the song. I was like, this man went through some stuff. I was like, I gotta ask him about this.
I got stories for days. It's crazy, bro. And I'm like, I don't understand it, but it's a journey. The journey's been fun. So it makes the music now that I make more, it just feels, it resonates. Like it's different now. You know what I mean? And I think that time in my Navy career, that little bit of time was essential to, building back to here. So it was, bro. It was rough. That was a crazy time. Like I did, like it was crazy. She got mad at me for something specific. It's in the song, but it's in there. But she snapped on me on that after that. I was like, hey man, hey look, man.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? No more. I don't want you to get in trouble, man. I just wanted to ask you a question. I can just tell it was coming from a personal place. That's why.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, I know I threaded the needle a little bit. It was good.
You're currently in the process of finishing up a project titled Heartbreak Universe. So
Yes,
tell
sir.
us something about the making of that project that most people don't know already.
Okay. It actually, I wasn't even making this album. Actually, I wasn't hoping for it to be anything. I'm sorry. I wasn't hoping for this album to really, be too much. Honestly, I was just writing songs. I actually started with Momentum, and that's where it kind of came from. But it started to make me understand a little bit more about what heartbreak really is. And I was just thinking, oh, I'm doing so bad and I'm at my worst because some girl broke my heart. And that's not it. The whole thing is it's like I'm down and out, and the whole time my heart being broken by her, my heart is being broken by family and by things in my life that I can't control, and I'm trying to, instead of, you know, letting go and trying to focus and move forward and heal a little bit more about it. Like, so all of that stuff happening, waves crashing, everything happening in a specific sequence, it came back to like, dang, bro, like I'm stuck in my own little universe, my own little world, and everybody's like that. And there's nothing we can do about it, but it's just a place where our heart keeps getting broken over and over and over again. And it's like, that's the universe we live in. But it's up to us to, put that universe back together and to make sure everything's back in its place. And that only comes from healing and comes from finding what you need to find, finding yourself first, because you can't do nothing anywhere if you don't even have your body, your mind right. You know what I'm saying? Trying to make better for yourself. Like not, just because, but because you want to, you know what I'm saying? It's hard. It's hard, but the Heartbreak Universe is all about that, not just heartbreak with her or him or whatever. It's heartbreak. Like your favorite show could have went off the air, right? Like canceled just like that. I don't know. And maybe actually made you mad. Maybe you actually did get upset about it because something happened in your job, and that's why that was your only show that kept you like sane, and now it's gone. Like something just as crazy as that, something as simple as that. That's what I wanted it to be. I wanted it to be about that, and these are my stories, and hopefully they help anybody. If it helps anybody, yeah.
Well, the premise of this podcast is independent artists helping other independent artists. So I can't let you get out of here without asking you this question. So what mistakes, if any, have you made in your music career that other people can learn from?
I mean, a lot. Not trusting my intuition more. And I say that with respect to people is always earned to me. Like I feel like when I go into a room, I just give my energy, and if somebody takes it, that's cool. If not, you know what I'm saying, I just try to weed back and be in my own space. But I feel like, to me, a biggest mistake I made is just, allowing a little too much, like, to happen to me, because there's things I can control, and things I can do that will be more proactive towards, getting to the next level, like getting to where I want my career to be, where I want to be musically, specifically. But yeah, my biggest mistake was just allowing too much to happen. You know what I'm saying? Allowing people to get close, and people to do things to you, like to give you kind of like take advantage of you. You know what I mean? People like to take advantage of you, and sometimes you're kind of like, I'm just learning, so I don't know. But my biggest thing is just pay attention. You know what I'm saying? Pay a little bit more attention to people's. I say their language, but I'm good at that. But I say pay attention to people's language. Pay attention to what you want from yourself, from your career. What do you want for you? So when you dealing with people and you having people, you have to keep trusting your intuition. You have to keep making sure that it's still what you want, because sometimes you get a vision, or maybe God gives you a vision, and if people are saying certain stuff and it don't feel like it's going like, but this is what I want. And it's like, no, but you should do it like this. And it's like, nah. Then it becomes, it's like, even if you're wrong, you can be wrong. That's fine. Be wrong, because that's a mistake that you can learn from. You know what I mean? But don't let other people make you wrong. You know what I mean? So,
Right.
but that's my biggest advice that was my biggest thing.
Okay. Well, before you get out of here, man, tell the audience where they can find you online.
Henry IV _ on Instagram, Henry IV. I'm working on a site, but I don't have it up yet. So Henry IV anywhere if you want. Twitch, Twitter, YouTube. My music is on there. Momentum's video is up there. Y'all go cop. Y'all go enjoy yourself and enjoy my music, man. And I hope y'all get something. Hope y'all get something from me. You know what I'm saying? From the music.
Well, I appreciate you taking time to come on the podcast, man. And I'm definitely going to be tuning in to what you got going on in the future, man, to see the growth.
Thank you. Yes, sir. I appreciate that, man. Same. I'm gonna tune in some more. I like.
All right.
Yes,
all right, man. Well, I'll holler at you later.
Yes, sir. You too. Have a great day. Weekend.